Hi, I'm Marshall. I'm the owner of Going Gear, and I'm here in our store in Smyrna, Georgia. This is the quick and dirty review of the Manker MK34. All right, here we are with the Manker MK34. Really cool light from a brand that is relatively new to us. Manker we've only had for a couple of months, but we've been really impressed with what they've done so far. So there's two different versions. They're physically the same. 8,000 lumens on max output on the Cool White XPG3 version, and then 6,500 lumens on max output on the high CRI Nichia 219 version. Other than the LEDs, they are the same light. So let's take a closer look at the lights. You've got a side switch, nice soft rubber side switch, really cool machining, great anodizing on these. I like the gray. You've got a tripod mount, some heat sinking on there just to help dissipate that heat, knurling down at the bottom for some grip. 12 LEDs on each one, each with their own separate optic, and then around the optic is a stainless steel bezel. You've also got a stainless steel ring around the switch, and there's an LED behind the switch that'll help show you the battery life. It's powered by three 18650 batteries. The only batteries that we currently sell that will fit in this light and power it are the Sanyo NCR 18650 GAs. They recommend unprotected, and you definitely need high drain batteries, which means IMRs. A lot of the IMRs that we sell are too long to fit in this and let the head go all the way down and make contact. So these are currently the only ones that we sell that will fit in and power the light. I'll make sure there's a link down in the description, and we have a link in the description on the product page itself. I've got three of the batteries in this one right here. Let me show you the interface. So you tap that side switch to turn it on. Keep on tapping, it'll cycle through your different outputs. And you can see once it goes all the way up, it actually starts going back down instead of starting over at the lowest, which is kind of neat. Press and hold to turn the light off. From on or off, you can double click and it'll go into the other mode group where you've got the turbo, the max output, strobe, SOS, a beacon flashing mode, and then a battery indicator. So blue means that you've got good battery life, purple means it's starting to get low, and then red means you need to take them out and recharge them. And then press and hold to turn the light off from any of the mode outputs. So the way to get into the engineering mode where you can adjust the moonlight output is to have the light turned on, press and hold until it turns off, and then keep on pressing and holding until that battery indicator blue LED turns on. And then once that is on, quickly click 4 times. And then you are in the moonlight adjusting. You can see you've got a bunch of discrete levels that you can choose between. Bunch of different levels in there. We're going to put it to the lowest moonlight level, 0.1 lumens, all the way down, and then press and hold to turn it off. And then that way, when you turn it back on, you've got it in whatever one you selected. So that's a pretty neat feature. You can adjust it to be exactly what you want between 0.1 and 30 lumens. You also have a mode memory in there. So if you turn it off and then press and hold, that's how it gets into your mode memory. So the interface, I didn't like it first. It took a little bit of getting used to, but now that I've been using the light, I actually like it a lot. It works really well. You can get instant access to the moonlight, instant access to the max output, and instant access to your memorized mode. So it works really well once you figure it out and get used to it. You have some other stuff that comes with these as well. We'll pull the packaging over. You've got a lanyard, you've got spare O-rings, and then of course the user manual. Definitely worth a read. A bunch of good information in there. You can get the full specs on the light. Let me actually show you those real quick just so you can see the full specs. You can pause and just take a look. If I can get it to focus properly, there we go. So there's all the specs. You can see 0.1 is the lowest output, 8,000 lumens on max output. They don't give a runtime for the 8,000 lumens because it is going to drop after a little while just because of heat buildup. But you got 2,500 lumens at 2 hours, 280 meters of beam distance, 1.5 meters impact rating, and then IPX8. Okay, so that's the interface and everything of the MK34. Let's go ahead and take it outside, and we'll actually take both of them, and we'll show you how they do outside. Okay, we're outside with the two Manker MK34 versions. Let's go ahead and try out the Cool White first. So we're going to cycle through the outputs. There is a tree about 30 feet away. Dock house down there on the lake is about 100 feet away. I love the beam on this light. I've shown you some big and bright lights recently, and I really like the just wide open floody beams that just light up everything in front of you and do it for a really good distance. So you can see just whole big wide areas lit up. Nice wide beam, great transition from the hot spot to the spill, if you can even call it a transition since it's very even throughout thanks to all those optics. So those are the regular outputs, and then there's your turbo, there's your max output. Just a serious, crazy amount of light coming out of such a compact light. I like the beam on this. I like the size. The size is really nice. especially compared to some of the competition on the market. A little bit lower output, but everything's a trade-off. And then there is your high CRI. I love, love, love the beam on this. I love the tint. Totally a personal preference. Customers, or our customers, tend to overwhelmingly prefer cool white, probably just because of the lumen count, but I really like the colors that you get with the high CRI, with the neutral white. But it's definitely a personal preference, but just hopefully this gives you a better idea of what you get with the cool white versus the neutral white. And then there's your turbo. There's your max on the high CRI. Great tint on that. They did a great job on putting everything together and making it look nice. All right, so there is your cool white. There's your high CRI. Zoom back and forth real quick, just so you can see. Okay, so there you go. That is the Manker MK34. If you like it, you can buy it from me at goinggear.com. As always, get going and start something. Thanks for watching.